Hello my friends, what's up, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video, which is going to be, I know I said I was going to wait a little while, but had FOMO. They kept on going in and out of stock. It's going to be a review on the new cream blush by Hourglass, as well as their new Velvet Story liquid lipstick. We've got some stuff to talk about. This is really going to be more of a first impressions because I have not yet put these to the test. So we're gonna put this on together, see what they look like. This is so expensive. Is anything worth this amount of money? I don't know. So we're gonna find that out together. If you're interested in seeing how these work for me, just kind of seeing some swatches, all of that good stuff, chit chat about these new Hourglass products, then just keep on watching. So first and foremost, I'm going to do what I haven't done in a long time, and I'm going to take you into the Sephora description because I think that will be very helpful. There's just been so many cream blushes lately. Now, liquid lipsticks, that's always the thing, but there's been so many cream blushes that it's like, okay, well, what makes this one different? And I had no idea they were going to release this until they released it during the sale, and I totally missed out because they sold out so quickly. But the blush says it's a Vanish blush stick. Obviously, Hourglass is a luxury product, so it is pricey. It's $46 for 0.2 ounces or 6 grams of product, and it says it's a creamy blush stick that delivers weightless, buildable color for a skin perfecting finish. Of course, you know Hourglass to be super clean, like cruelty-free. It's not labeled a clean product, but it is vegan. It's without parabens, without formaldehydes, like it's a cleaner product. Anyways, so $46. And then going into the Velvet Story lip cream, it is $36 for 0.12 ounces, 3.6 grams of product. It is very tiny, and it's a featherweight lip mousse that delivers a diffused, soft focus matte finish with a velvety texture for comfortable wear. It has vitamin E, which conditions lips with antioxidants. I did swatch it in store and I had a couple of thoughts already, but of course haven't used it on the lips yet. So let's talk about the shades that I picked up. I picked up Sacred in the blush stick shade. So let's just go ahead and start off with the swatches. This is the Coral Peach color, which is typically the one I go for. I love corally shades in blushes. They had quite a few. They had about 6 shades. Now, I will say that what I have seen is that once swatched, they start to look a little similar. So I really don't know that buying more than 1 or 2 is necessary. I only bought one because of that price tag. Come on now. And especially since I did not get it during the sale, there was definitely no way that I was picking up more than 1. So that's the blush stick. As far as the lipstick, I did pick mine up in the shade Touch. Now, this is the size of this product. I'm trying to think if there's anything I can compare it with for you. So here's a lip liner and here's a lipstick. Definitely a lot smaller than what your typical liquid lipstick would look like. But then again, it is Hourglass. It is a luxury product. So I guess I wasn't too surprised. I was a little surprised when I saw it at the store, but I guess I shouldn't be. So this goes on very, very moussey at first, and we'll talk more here in a second about it. But again, this is the shade Touch, and it's the shade that called the most to me. There was one that was lighter. You know, I love me a good concealer lip, but I thought for the texture of this lipstick, I think this one would be best. So let's go ahead and start putting this on together. I didn't bring a paper towel, so hopefully I don't get this all over. So anyways, now what I do want to tell you is that for me, the true test of a cream blush is if it can go on well over powder. I have already powdered my face. There are times where I go in with no powder with a cream blush and just kind of leave it at that. There's times where I go in with no powder with a cream blush and then I set it. But then a lot of times, probably more often than not, I go in with a cream blush after I've already set my makeup. I am good to go, as I would a powder product. So that is going to be the true test because I did set my face today. I do want to give you a few comparisons as far as sizing goes, just because of the price point. And we did say that this has 0.2 ounces of product. Now, I pulled most of my cream blushes just to give you some options. The LYS, which y'all already know, is my absolute favorite cream blush of life, has 0.23 ounces of product, and it is $22. So, or no, not even, I'm sorry, it's not $22. I will link it below, but I want to say maybe it's $18. it's a fraction of the cost. The Milk Makeup stick, it's the lip and cheek stick, comes with probably the most. It is 28 grams of product, and I think this one is $29. The Rare Beauty, which is a hugely popular cream blush. Now, this is a blush stick, so a little bit of a different packaging. This is a blush stick, but the rest of these are true cream blushes as far as like either liquid or in a little pot. This one has 0.25 ounces of product, and I can't remember the price point on this, but I want to say it's around $22 or so. Rare Beauty is semi-affordable. And then Milani, of course, super affordable. I think this one's $8.99. This has 0.21 ounces of product. We've got the Tower 28, which are also hugely popular. This one has 0.16 ounces of product. And then 4.5 grams. What are we talking in? Grams or ounces? I can't remember. Ounces. Okay. 0.16 ounces of product. And again, I can't remember how much this one is, but it's in the 20s. It's definitely significantly lower in price. And then lastly, the cream Cheeks Out by Fenty Beauty. And this one has 0.10 ounces of product. So this one has half as much, and it is a tiny little guy, but also less price. I want to say it's like $21. So anyways, let's go in with this now. I'm going to, of course, be using my Real Techniques cream blush brush. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight in with the blush on my face. I know this is going to make some people cringe one way or the other, so my apologies in advance. I'm going to go in with the blush stick on one cheek, and then on the other cheek, I'm going to go ahead and go into the blush stick like that and dab it on. So let's go into that portion. Now, I don't want to twist it up too much because I don't want anything to like break or anything. Wow. Okay. I don't know if less is more with this. Where is my mirror? Oh, hold on. I don't know if less is more. Okay. So I am having to work at it a little bit more. Maybe it's kind of thick. The formula is kind of thick. So, I mean, I guess I should have assumed that that would mean it would take a little bit more effort in blending it out once I put it on my face directly from the stick, but that was pretty easy. I mean, there's others I have that are a little bit easier, and I do notice that the more I blend, the more it starts to dissipate, but I don't really see it. I do see a little disturbance right there with my foundation, but I also did go a little bit hard on blending, and I kind of blended a lot. So this does feel like the type of blush that would be better applied before setting makeup. It really does. Just because it is a true cream. Like I said, it's thicker, so you kind of have to work at it a little bit more, where some of these cream blushes are a little bit more emollient. They're like a balmy gel type of texture, so I feel like they glide a little easier and can set on the face, on a powdered face, a little bit better. So we're gonna leave this at that, because if I keep on going, I think I will continue to disturb the makeup right there. So it looks pretty. It looks pretty. It's like a pretty flush. So now we're gonna do, I don't typically like to do this because I feel like the brush gets like the little hairs and stuff on, but anyways, and I feel like it ends up kind of dulling the product. Oh, a lot came out on there. Maybe this is the best way to use this. Let's see. Oh, I like that so much better. Ooh, it's a lot. I didn't expect to have gotten that much on my brush. So I'm trying to go a little bit lighter in laying this down and blending this out, just to see if I can prevent it from disturbing. But I feel like now it's kind of a stripe on my face. And again, this is a first impressions. And I want to reiterate that my true test is on a powdered face. So some of y'all may be like yelling at your phone watching this saying like, you need to use that without powdering your face. And that may be the case, but the first go around for a cream blush, I always use it on a powdered face because that's how I'm trying to see how it works. That's how they work best for me. And we are all so different. So if you are somebody who likes to put on your cream blush the same way I do, then this is going to be probably more geared for you, I guess. But wow, that was a lot more pigmented than Okay, I like how this side looks better. I feel like the pigmentation went on better on this side, but okay, well, I do like this side better, quite a bit. I feel like this side has been harder to work with. It's a little bit more of like a stripe, and I am having to go in a little bit more aggressive to blend this out. Typically, if I wasn't with this formula, I can already tell I'm not gonna be able to do my little sunburn type look because of the powder, but I guess we will leave it at that. I definitely like this side better. So I don't know, maybe going in directly with the stick is better. Probably going in with no powder is best. So that is that. So again, this is the shade Sacred. It's supposed to be a coral peach. I find it to lean more pink than anything, but it's pretty. Is it $46 pretty? I don't know. Okay, so let's go ahead and go in with the lipstick. This is again in the shade Touch. Now I brought a couple of lip liners because I don't know which one is going to suit better. I don't even know if I brought, oops, sorry. Definitely not that deep brown. So I think I'm just gonna end up using this one. This is Kylie's Do You Boo, I think, yeah. So let's see how this one looks. I probably would have been better off with like a rosy lip liner instead of a nude, but we'll make it work. Let's put this bad boy on. The applicator is kind of a little teardrop shape. It's hard to, you see that? We'll see. Very, very moussey for reference. Very soft. Now, I feel like the true test is going to be whether it settles into lip lines. This feels really nice. It does feel moussey. It has that kind of whipped, thicker texture. But so far, I don't see it settling into my lip lines. I think only time will tell. But upon first application, first impression, I am much more impressed with the lipstick than I am with the blush. But also, it is insanely expensive for a small lipstick. So yeah, very pretty. I really, really like this. Now, let me tell you what I had discovered when I was in store about this lipstick. And that is that when you first put it on, or at least when I swatched it, and I'm assuming it's going to do the same thing on my lips, it does go on with kind of that demi matte type of finish that it looks matte, it looks moussey, it looks velvety. Velvety is the perfect word. But after a few minutes, I was finding that the texture was kind of changing to where it had a little bit more of a satiny, glossy is not the right word, but it's the word that comes to mind. Like the finish, like you can tell, look, it's a little bit more shiny than when I first laid it down. When I first laid it down, it was that velvety matte type of finish texture. And as a few minutes have gone by, it has kind of become a little bit more emollient, like a slight shine is now in the finish. And I actually very much like that. And that's one reason I picked it up, is because when I saw that, I thought, okay, I think I would actually really like this. So only time will tell if it's going to do that on the lips, but I would assume that it is. And I already see it happening. I already see it kind of changing. It's almost like it morphs into this, again, it's not glossy, but it does have a satin shine to it. And I'm super happy with that. I love how that texture changes. This is beautiful. I'm actually super excited about this one. So I think overall, roundup thoughts, I can't tell you obviously if I'm super dazzled or disappointed with either yet. I would tell you that I absolutely love this lipstick upon this only time that I'm wearing it, but I love the finish and I love this shade. This was the perfect shade. The blush, for the price point, I would have loved to have been over the moon impressed the first time, including wearing it over powder. Again, I can't stress that enough because that is the way I like to do my cream blush. Not all the time. There are times where I lay it down first and then go in with powder, but many times I like to go in with my cream blush after my powder. I like the look of a cream blush as a final step because it has that luminosity to it. And I think it's just the finish of this cream blush that is difficult to do that. I don't know. I still have to play with it. I feel like I'm not giving it a fair shot by just trying it over powder, but very first impression in the way that I would use a cream blush, I'd say you can definitely go in with a much more affordable alternative and be super happy. So the amount of product you get for the price point on these others is definitely a lot more. I don't know. It's a better value. I feel like the quality on those is absolutely amazing too. So to me, I wouldn't say that this one supersedes those in quality either. Like I don't know, to each his own, you know, that's just my opinion. And hopefully if you've had your eye on these products, this kind of helps you out. This kind of helps steer you into which one you should get, if any. And, you know, they keep coming in and out of stock. So you just have to, if you do have your sights set on them, you just kind of have to keep checking. So that being said, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed, my friends. I hope you found it helpful. And before I let you go, I just need to give you a quick verse of the day. The more I see this lipstick, the more I love it. I'm sorry, I had to like just throw that out there. This is perfection. I'm happy with that. That to me was worth the price tag. Okay guys, so Proverbs 19:23 says, "The fear of the Lord leads to life, then one rests content, untouched by trouble." Doesn't mean trouble will never come. It just means you have God on your side for when trouble does come, and it makes a crazy difference, night and day. All right, my friends. Well, I love each and every one of you, but Jesus loves you so very much more. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Until the next one, stay safe and stay well. I'll see you soon. Bye, friends.